I'm Chris Berman. Well, let's get straight to the action. In our first game this week, we had the Bills come away with a decisive 10-point win. We had an interesting free agency pickup of note here. Trey's got the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris. Let's switch gears and talk about players that'll have new homes in the National Football League, as free agency continues to play such a huge role in determining a team's makeup. Todd Washington is on the move. Perhaps not for all that he thought he'd get, but a good deal nonetheless. 3 years, $1.4 million.
Marshall Faulk had another fantastic week, and in the victory kept his streak of landmark stats alive. Mike Brown had over 15 tackles and helped his Bears beat the Buccaneers. In the gentle climbs of the Carolinas, we had the Panthers race away with a 25-point win. In a long-standing AFC rivalry, we had the Colts win their 4th game of the year. Eagles, Browns. Brian Dawkins was able to step in front of this pass and pick one off, but he wasn't done there. The Eagles go on to win this by the final score of 41-38. Over in Oakland, we had the Raiders win this one to the tune of 13 points. We had a big injury in this one, and Trey has the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Boomer, thanks. In front of you, we've got the AFC Infirmary Report. And as you can see, they were hit hard this week. Joey Porter will be on the sidelines for a while, so this defense will need to do some reshuffling in his absence. X-rays confirming the original diagnosis, it's a broken ankle, and that'll keep him out for 6 weeks. In front of you, we've got the NFC list, and as you can see, they could form their own MASH unit. Algie Crumpler sticks out on this list as one of the more costly injuries. It's a broken arm, and the doctors are saying he'll be out for 8 weeks. On to the serious news of the week. Marcus Sullivan is officially on injured reserve. He'll miss the season, and of all the places you hate to lose established players, the offensive line has to be the worst. Now the big story of the day. Joe Horn is going to be watching from the sidelines for a while, as his injury will deal a major blow to this team. So that'll do it for now. Chris, let's send it back to you.
The Broncos accumulated over 150 return yards in their win at Paul Brown Stadium. The Vikings lost at home and will stay home for next week's game when they meet the Giants. The Cardinals drop yet another game and are really struggling on and off the field. Cowboys, Packers, struggle. Terry Glenn came up with a big play as he was able to pull this one in. The Cowboys win this one by the final score of 44-25. Sam Cowart had over 10 tackles and helped his Jets beat the Patriots. Off the Missouri River in Kansas City, we had the Chiefs fall by 10 points. And in our final game, we had the Lions come away victorious. So another week in the books here on ESPN, but what do you say we hand out a few game balls before we go? Here's my prime-time players. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studios. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.